As an aide that is planning to go to the United Kingdom, in this video I'm going to talk about 11 important things that you need to learn whilst you are in Zimbabwe before you travel. So these things are things I've just relocated to the United Kingdom, are things that I'm actually coming across on my day-to-day activities, and I'm realizing that, oh, I wish I could have done this while I'm home, or I may say I wish I could have done this while I'm home. But I think of people, I get in the shoes of people that are also planning to get to the United Kingdom as nurse aides. Hello and welcome. My name is Kuda. If you're new to my channel, please consider smashing that subscribe button so that you never miss any of my awesome updates. I'm on a journey, and my journey is just simple. I'm 2 steps ahead of other people that are trying to do the steps that I've actually done. And in my series of videos, I'm just explaining some of the important information that I come across every single day, so that your journey as a nurse to relocate to the United Kingdom may become very, very simple. If you've missed some of my past videos, please go ahead and check some of the cool videos that I've done, how to plan and calculate the amount that is needed if you're traveling as a single mother, as a single parent, single person, no kids, not married before, or if you're a couple planning to go to the United Kingdom. I've done quite a number of videos that you can actually watch on this very channel. Now, let us look at the 11 things that I'm going to be talking about today. So to start off with, I want you to understand that when you make it to the United Kingdom, a lot of people, so what we have is we have a small business that we're doing. We're teaching people IELTS, okay, preparing them. We've got an office in Bulawayo and Harare, and we're also doing online lessons as well. And our Facebook group is over 10,000 people, and we've got more than a lot of WhatsApp groups where there's a lot of people there. So I kind of assist people here and there, and I come across a lot of people whereby, and some of the people that I'm actually assisting, they kind of give me this excuse. Most of them is that they don't have time. Okay, what I'm gonna start off with is about the issue of time. Okay, it's not my point number one. It's just about the issue of time. A lot of people talk of they don't have time, they didn't do it, they don't do some of the tasks that I would have asked them to do. One thing that I want you to understand is that when you get to the United Kingdom as a nurse aide, you are not going to find time. Okay, if you think you don't have time while you're in Zimbabwe, trust me, when you cross over to the United Kingdom, you will never ever find time, because it's a little bit busy here. So having lived in Zimbabwe and me being here, I've realized that when I was in Zimbabwe, I had a lot of time. So now let us go to point number one. Point number one is for my good friends who are the BBCs. Okay, when I'm talking about the BBC, I'm not talking about the news channel. I'm talking about the born before computers, people that don't know how to use computers. Believe you me, when you get this side, you're gonna need to learn, you're gonna need to use computers a lot. Okay, so do yourself a favor, while you're in Zimbabwe, go ahead and learn what is known as ICDL, International Driving Computer License. What you just need to know is how to turn on a computer, how to switch it off, some basic computer knowledge, how to type, how to scan documents and things like that, how to handle a computer and things like that. Okay, because when you get on the other side, there is a lot of computers that are needed, a lot of things they're done with computers. Okay, so go ahead, no matter how difficult the subject may seem to be, go ahead and do a crash course. You may not do a crash course, but also you can actually learn on YouTube. Whichever way you choose to learn, make sure that you are learning. And that leads me to point number two. Point number two is learn how to use the internet. You may think that computer and internet, what is the difference? When I'm talking about learning how to use the internet, I'm talking about learning how to send emails, how to receive emails, how to create an email account. This may sound funny to some people who have email accounts and things like that, but believe you me, like I said, we are responsible for managing a large number of people, and we come across these situations every single day. And one thing that I'm going to tell you is that when you get to the United Kingdom, most of the communication here with companies is done through emails. You need to be checking your emails when you go to, like for instance, one of the things that I did, I paid for my for the car insurance, and when I paid for the car insurance, I've been getting updates on my email address to say you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. So when you're that kind of a person who says, can you check my email for me? I've forgotten my password and things like that. Go ahead and learn how to do that, how to use the internet. Basically, go ahead and learn how to view videos on YouTube, how to open an email, how to send an email, how to send files, how to receive files, how to open files, how to sign up for something, how to quickly type and things like that. If you don't have internet at home, go ahead and find an internet cafe where you can actually learn how to do this. You will thank me later. And that leads us to point number 3. Point number 3, this goes a lot to more ladies, okay? Because what I'm going to be talking about is something that appeals to ladies more than men. If you're a man who can actually do this, go ahead and be my guest and do that. So you want to learn how to do hair, okay? You want to learn how to do hair. If it's braid, do you call it braid making, or kurukama banzi, or kukrosha, whatever you call it, doing hair for ladies, okay? One thing that I'm going to tell you is that going to a salon in the United Kingdom is expensive. So now I want to think of what you can use your time on, your spare time. Of course, for some of you, it can become something that can generate a lot of money for you. So I've realized that if you are very good at doing hair, definitely you can cash in quite a lot of money, because a lot of ladies here, they need their hair done, and you can be doing house calls and things like that to make sure that you make extra back. So make sure that if you are coming to the United Kingdom, you don't have that expertise. If you're a lady, or even if you're a man, go ahead and learn how to do hair. You're gonna make a lot of money. So that's point number 3, okay? And then point number 4, I just have my notes right here. Point number 4 is that you need to learn to drive, okay? Especially a manual car. The reason why I'm saying that is because when you get to the United Kingdom, yes, there are automatic cars. You can actually drive an automatic car. I'm going to emphasize again, I've said that in my previous videos. In Zimbabwe, there's a lot of automatic cars, okay? In Zimbabwe, there's a lot of automatic cars. And then when you get to the United Kingdom, the situation is more like there is more of manual cars than automatic. So chances are likely high that you may come across a manual car, okay? So make sure you learn how to drive a manual car. Remember what I said in the beginning, that you may not find the time to do that when you get here, okay? So when you say, I'm going to get my license when I get to the United Kingdom, trust me, you are lying to yourself, okay? You're going to regret and say, I wish I could have done it while I'm in Zimbabwe. Even if you get your driver's license, please do a lot of practice, especially the manual car, okay? So my other point, point number 5, is that lower your expectations, okay? Lower expectations. I know that a lot of people, when we are in Zimbabwe, have got these expectations that when I get there, I need to do this, I need to do that. When I make money, I need to do this, the kind of job that I'm going to be having and things like that, okay? Just try and lower expectations and make sure that you work with whatever is there, okay? We don't really, I was actually speaking to a friend today, and I was actually asking to say, what can I tell people about getting to the United Kingdom? What is it that they should learn while they're in Zimbabwe? And you mentioned that lower your expectations, okay? And then point number 6, I'm going to emphasize this because it's very, very important. So when you get to the United Kingdom, you're going to realize that it's a country where there is opportunities, okay? There's opportunities if you're business-minded, if you're an entrepreneur, okay? And at the same time, I've also realized that it's a country that offers a lot on the table. There is a lot that you can spend on. There is a lot that you can save. There is a lot that you can enterprise on, okay? So depending with your mind and depending how open you are to ideas and translating ideas into money, okay? So there is a way to do that, especially when you become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are very good at that. So while you're in Zimbabwe, learn about entrepreneurship. One of the things that I used to do when I was in Zimbabwe, if you follow some of my Facebook posts, like on Kuda Online or on my Facebook, I used to attend a lot of business functions. Okay, if I find out there is a business function that is free, I would attend that. I would make sure that sometimes I don't have money. All I needed was just money for transport and to get there. And if I don't have money to attend a function, if it's a paid function, this is what I would do. I would contact the organizer and say, hey, I want to attend your business function, but can I please come and sweep the floor? Can I please come and arrange the chairs for you, the desks, and make sure I take care of anything that needs to be done with labor, and then you can admit me to get to your event for free because I don't have money. I really want to attend. So you can actually do that, offer a service, offer labor. Definitely these event organizers, they have a need that they need. So if you offer them help, they're going to allow you to get to the event for free. Like if you've been following as well some of my business, some of my posts on my articles, my Facebook, you're going to realize that I've been attending a lot of business seminars as well when I got here. But it's a culture that I've developed myself to say I want to learn what entrepreneurs are doing and make sure that I capitalize on that. So learn to be an entrepreneur. Okay. Point number 7, I want you to learn very good communication. Okay, you want to make sure that you are a very good communicator. I'm going to tell you about my experience when people are actually coming to my WhatsApp or when they're trying to engage with me and things like that. So for me, I've been talking a lot on the internet and things like that. So I kind of know how to communicate with people and things like that. So one of the things that I do, you find that someone calls me randomly. Okay, someone calls me randomly, and the first thing that they ask is like, how do I go to UK? That's the first thing that they do. They just pick up my number, they call me maybe from a WhatsApp group, and they're like, how do I go to UK? And the first thing that I ask them, I say, hi. And then they go like, oh, sorry, Makadi. And then I go like, how do I get to UK? That's what they say. And then I go like, who am I speaking to? And then they go like, how did I want a number? And then they kind of, the conversation is just, so learn about communication. Okay, the reason why, for me, each and every person, each and every stranger that calls me or that sends me a message, okay, some people, they just text me, they say, I want help with this, and then can you help me? And then if you don't give them answers in 10 minutes, they send a question mark, like something like that. So the first question that I ask them is that, hello, who am I speaking to, and how can I help you, and how did you get my contact number? Okay, the reason why I say to people, who am I speaking to, I make sure that I save every person's number. Okay, the reason why I save every person's number, there's a statement that goes, your network is your net worth. Okay, so in the very first conversation, when I ask someone their name, I actually save it to say so that I can actually remember them, because in the future, definitely there could be some sort of business exchange with people that I meet every single day. So I just make sure that when I am connecting with new people, especially when they are strangers, I kind of get their name, I save their name, and then probably when I post something on my status, or when they post something on their status, I can actually check something that is business related, and also we can relate. So remember, when you're communicating with people, when you're connecting with people, there's so many things that you can do outside the core agenda. Let's say you meet a person, you just want to ask them about, someone is asking you about how to go to the United Kingdom. Probably that person is your next client or something like that. So like in my case, I do digital marketing. I create websites for businesses and things like that. So if you communicate properly with people, that can lead you to a lot of money. Okay, so now point number 8. There are so many points. We're going to point number 11, guys. Okay, so point number 8 is that learn to do the job of being a nurse aide. Okay, a lot of people, they are not sure what a nurse aide does. Okay, so the idea or the zeal of leaving the country is there. Okay, some people, all they want is just to leave Zimbabwe. Okay, they just want to leave Zimbabwe and then find out whatever they can find out when they get there. Okay, so one thing that I want you to understand is that I always get a question of people that say, is an attachment very important? Okay, a lot of people ask that. So some people say you're going to be trained when you get there, so your attachment, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you that an attachment is very important. Learn about what nurse aides do. Go to an attachment, do a lot of research, That way you're going to be equipped for the job. Okay, so when you actually find a sponsor or an employer. Okay, and then point number 9, I want you to learn to become a master learner. Okay, I want you to learn to become a master learner. So in my case, one of the things that really has helped me to progress much faster in my entrepreneurship journey is to find people that can teach me. Okay, is to find people that can teach me, and I learn fast from them. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something that is very, very, very simple. A lot of people, you guys, you always meet a lot of successful people, and they're trying to teach you something and things like that. And I'm gonna tell you that a lot of successful people, when they see a young entrepreneur, they can read through your mind. The reason why I say they can read through your mind is because what you're trying to do, it's something that they have done in the past. Okay, they know the struggle of trying to, climb the ladder. They know the struggle. So anything that you can try and bypass them and try and go backdoor and things like that, they can see from a distance. So when you show someone that you are a very good learner, that person, a lot of successful people, they are dying to share what they know. They're dying to teach you something that they know. Okay, but the moment that you show them that you're not a very good learner, then you may miss out a lot. Here's what I do. If I ask, I'm gonna be honest with you. One thing that makes me really, really happy, is when I see progress for people. Same goes with successful people. They look at your progress, and then that makes them happy. So the first thing that you do is that some people, they go ahead and ask someone questions, and then they don't even give feedback that I've done that. So what I mean is that when you ask someone questions about something, and then they give you advice to say go and do this, when you execute that and you give them a report to say this is what I've done, can you take a look at the results that I got? Even if the results are good or bad, trust me, that person is gonna unfold more information. Okay, and when you go back again and to report to them, they're gonna unfold more information. I'll give you a very good example. One of the things that I do is that I offer consultation to people that are going to the United Kingdom. I'm not an employer, I'm not an agent. I'm going to give you 2 examples of 2 different people, that have paid me for consultation. Okay, one person, when I had my first consultation, I gave her a list of things that she should do and things like that. So out of the list of things that she should do, we said let us start by number 1. She did her number 1. She gave me her report. I had to say now do this. She gave me a report. I had to say now do this. And one of the things, when she thought she had finished everything, so she came back to me to say, Kuda, I've actually finished everything. Here are my documents. Look at how I've done my CV and things like that. All was done in good books. And I was like, okay, good, very good, job well done. And then the next thing I was like, you know what? Now we need to do practice for an interview. She didn't know that there is an interview that needs to be done. So what I'm trying to say is that if she did not come back to me to say that I'm done with my documents, then I wouldn't have said that let's do the interview. That's what I mean. And then the second person is a person who paid for consultation as well. So the first time I asked her to do this, okay, when I checked with her after 3 days, she said to me, oh, I had traveled, I had gone to a place where there was no internet. Okay, I had to pause. And then I checked again with her after 1 week. Oh, when I got back home, there was a lot of things that was going on. I had to visit a family friend and things like that, okay? And then the next time that I actually checked on them, they were like, oh, internet is a problem. So it shows that these are 2 different people. The first person is coachable. The second person is not coachable, okay? So now that's becoming a master learner. And then my point number 10, let me see. Okay, what do we have here? Point number 10. Okay, point number 10. What I want you to do is I want you to love to read. Okay, I want you to love to read. The reason why I say that, so when you get to the United Kingdom, there is quite a lot of information in terms of a lot of documents that you're supposed to read. A very good example of what I can say is when I go to the United Kingdom, I had to buy books on driving, okay, and I had to learn how to how their rules work. And when you get here, you're going to realize that you're going to receive a lot of letters. When you go to the doctor, they give you a copy of letter. When you go to get your driver's license, they give you these long terms and conditions, and then when you go to the bank, they give you these terms and conditions as well. So you need to learn and make sure that you love reading. Okay, if I could have shown you my library behind me, I could have shown a lot of books that I actually read. So make sure that when you are in Zimbabwe, you actually be someone who loves reading, not reading on the internet. Okay, but you can read on the internet, but actually I'm talking about reading an actual document, because there's a lot of documents that you get when you get over this side. And then my other point, which is my last point, I think point number 11, is to become coachable. Okay, I know I've said become a master learner, you develop a culture of learning, and when I'm talking about being coachable, you just show that you're very good at taking instructions. I'm going to give you a very good example. When you get to the United Kingdom, you're going to come across situations where you need help of others. Okay, so when you need help of others, like how to buy a car, it's not something that is done randomly. How to change the ownership, how to buy insurance, how to look for rent, how to open the bank account. So there's a lot of things that you're going to be doing. So I've realized that a lot of people, when they get this other side, they kind of take the back seat and want to do things their own way. When you do that, trust me, you're gonna bump into a lot of trouble. Okay, so guys, that's all I can say, and I'm sure there's more tips that I could have actually come up with. So if you've traveled to the United Kingdom, please, I would love to hear from you your ideas, like what some of the things that people in Zimbabwe should learn before they get to the United Kingdom whilst they're in Zimbabwe. What sort of tips can you share with us? Please, I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments. And if you're still in Zimbabwe planning your journey to get to the United Kingdom, what have you learned from this video, and what else have you heard that you can share with us? With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to see you on more of my videos, and bye.